What's up, everybody? Welcome back. If you haven't been able to check out the last episode, I won a free car detailing by Carbonite Auto Detailing through GS Motorsports here in New Jersey, so be sure to check it out. I'll link it above. The guy did a nice quick detail on the 2000 Porsche 911. Enjoy this episode. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pancis. If you are new, please be sure to smash the subscribe button. If not, thanks for your continued support. Today, we are looking at another car. It is a Saab, if the picture's in the thumbnail and the title doesn't give it away. So I'm about 3 minutes away from it, so I'll keep you guys posted and give you guys a quick tour of what this looks like. I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're here. It's a 2000 convertible. How many miles are on it? 198,000. Car died on the gentleman on the way home, and so we're just kind of inspecting everything, and he had just done some major work to it. So we're gonna see if this thing cranks. If you guys are looking for a potentially sludged over engine, you guys can see some shiny sparklies in that oil on that dipstick there, which is a troubling sign. Could be a troubling sign. All right, let's check it out. Let's see if it cranks. Guys, yeah. Yeah. And that was that. Yeah. I can hear the knocking. No, you're good. There's the engine for you guys. It's definitely savable.
Yeah, it is. You know, I
think it can be saved.
It's like it don't crank. Battery's good. Person I bought it from had the fuel pump was replaced in 15.
Yeah.
Something with the antenna assembly.
The mask, yeah. Those things can go bad.
They did the front right strut is really bad.
Is
That's
it?
why I bought all those parts. I got the brand new ignition cassette OEM from Saab, because I did a lot of reading on them.
Okay.
Like the aftermarket ones, not lasting as long.
Yep. Yeah, the Chinese ones.
That one's cracked. Where
Okay.
like underneath, where like all the coils are, it's a crack, and that's why it failed inspection.
Okay.
But
oh, did they have the engine light on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wound up plugging it in and checking it out, and came up for that. So I bought both struts, new shocks in the rear. I have them all in the boxes. I didn't put them on. I got front and rear pads, front and rear rotors, cabin filter, air filter,
everything,
fuel filters, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Wiper blades.
The body's in good shape.
It's good.
For the age.
Not bad.
190, almost 200,000 miles on this, guys. So, sometimes you find. One more time. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad.
things there.
Like paint wise, body wise, it's got some. It's in decent shape.
All the spares all there.
Yep. And there's no water leaking in here.
No
you
water
can
leaking
tell.
in here. Yeah.
Inside, you can tell it might be leaking a little bit at some point.
The windows.
Yeah.
Kind of like off track over here.
Yeah, that's an adjustment.
Yeah, I tried doing that where I roll the window down a little bit.
There's those two screws in there on that door. It's probably just misaligned on the what's it called, on the rollers, the actuator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, roll it down with them.
Yeah. Stay tuned, guys. All right, guys. Let's get some supercharger in here. Interesting situation there. The gentleman I just met there is pretty cool, into Saabs, obviously. He's got a couple of them, which is always nice to see, but it's an unfortunate situation with that Saab. Almost 200,000 miles on the car, on the engine, and obviously the old 2.0 engines are really known for sludging more so than any other engine that Saab produced of that time, especially the 2.3. And for it to last 200,000 miles was pretty significant. And you know, I got to do some research, see if we can fix that and repair the engine. If not, it definitely needs a new engine or an engine overhaul. And I just don't know if it's really worth it. I know we like to save Saabs here, but you know, let's see if it's something that we can figure out, if it's something I should do. Drop your comments and thoughts below. All right, next day here, my camera died there, so I had to re-edit some of the video. But just to pick off where I left off for a few minutes, did some research last night on this situation with some of you in the car community here in the Saab world. And this engine could have done a couple different things. One would be, the best thing to do would be to execute a compression test to see if you're getting good compression in all 4 cylinders. If you are getting decent, consistent compression in all 4 cylinders, that means that your piston rings and all that stuff is pretty decent on the engine. However, the knocking noise that we're hearing could be from one of the main bearings spinning. It's not unheard of with these engines as they age that they spin a bearing, and obviously once that happens, there's enough movement in the rod bearing to knock into the side wall of the engine housing. So that could be all of the things that we're hearing, and then obviously that motion, that knocking, is what could be potentially stalling the motor and causing the metal shavings to spread through. Obviously the metal shavings in the oil is probably from one of the main bearings being spun. Now there's an issue here. If the main bearing spun, could it have damaged the crankshaft? Right? If the crank is damaged, now the engine's pretty much toast. Unless you get everything reworked and remanned. But very risky, very, very risky, and there's 2 or 3 different things that it could have gone wrong in this engine that could potentially be a problem. So really hard not knowing until you actually do all these tests and take apart the entire car. And again, sometimes there's unfortunate situations like this where if the owner of the car would be willing to save it, he can, but I'm not too sure if I would be willing to invest the money in this vehicle and save it. It looks like it's a good car. It's got good bones in terms of the body, and there's no rust, there's no dents. It looks like the car's been pretty well cared for in this situation. But 200,000 miles might be a good parts car. I hate to say that to you guys, but let me know what your thoughts are below. If you guys would like to see more of this type of content, maybe I should take this on. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. And of course, as always, continue to subscribe. Follow me at Pancis if you guys have anything to chat about. And of course, as always, stay tuned for more. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. See ya. Alright guys, so before we end this off completely, I just want to give you guys a heads up. The next episode coming up on this Thursday, I'm going to be dropping a video that discusses how 6 months of ownership of my 2000 Porsche has completely changed my life in the automotive world. How it's revolutionized my entire way of thinking when it comes to driving, and of course just my overall experience driving a vehicle that I've never had before. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this upload. I look forward to seeing you again this upcoming Thursday. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.